Oh, is this thing working? Hello? Oh, hi. You ready for class? Hi, my name is Don Sutton, and I'm going to be your instructor for Real Estate Principles here this summer. And I really can't wait to teach you exactly all the ins and outs of real estate, not just the boring principles part. What you're going to learn from me is 20 years of experience in terms of doing 2 to 3 transactions a month as a real estate professional, but also, oh my God, yeah, this is right. Sorry. As you can see, I'm not a formal person. I'm actually a real live real estate professional. I don't screw around. If you wanted to learn this class and this subject from someone who actually is out there making money, over 6 figures every year for the past 20 years, and has the master's degree in real estate, and has done everything from condos and leases of luxury property to luxury homes to income property, which is kind of like my specialty, which is owner-occupied 2, 3, 4 units, you are in the right class because you are going to get a real live education. This isn't going to be a situation where I sit there and point to the PowerPoint and this is this and that is that and UBD and this one. No, this is not going to be that class. If you want that class, go down the street to USC. They're nice and dry. Anyway, so what I'm going to do today in this class is I'm going to give you a little bio about myself, and then I'm going to go into how the class is going to be structured. But I'm also going to give you some play-by-play with regards to what you should do and expect in order to, 1, pass your real estate exam the first time, number 2, build your business starting right now in terms of real estate business so that when you get your real estate license, you are ready to go. When people say, I'm ready to go, you say, I'm ready too, and you're out there making some serious money because there is some serious money in real estate. 3, we're going to talk about a very wide range of ways that you can develop your business. We're also going to talk about how you can schedule your business into your life right now and how you should be working right now with time blocking and things like that. And during the course of the semester, I'm going to point out certain aspects with each and every class that is extremely important for you to understand and know because you will actually be using it in your real life as a real estate professional. So, every once in a while you'll see me pause this because I need to set up a new slide or point out something or maybe get something written on the board for you so I can drive a very important point home for you. And the other thing you might want to notice too is I was given this class a little bit on the last second thing. So when I'm doing these videos, you may actually see me dressed in the same suit for a couple of classes because I'm trying to do as many videos for you as possible, preferably somewhere between the 45 to 60 minute range to drive home each of the 10 classes and why what we're doing and what we're studying is so important for you to go out there and make some money. So here's the thing. You got to pass the state exam. And it's not easy. It is 120 questions. You need to do 70%, which is a C minus. And you really want to pass it on the first try. Because the fact of the matter is that it is not an easy exam. There are a lot of jobs out there now that require a real estate license. So the wait time to actually get to your real estate point where you can take the exam is 6 to 8 weeks because the Department of Real Estate in California is very slow. With regards to the test, you can take the test and exam any day, anywhere, anytime, any city in California because your license is good in where? California. So what I want you to do is I want you to give yourself at least 3 or 4 different locations where you can actually take the exam. It's about 3 hours, and if you really study the way we tell you to study, you will probably walk out of there in 90 minutes or less and know that you passed the exam. Here's the other gift I'm going to give to you. As an instructor of the real estate licensing schools in the past, I designed exams for those schools. I also have other exams straight from the state where we've taken questions from the actual state exam and put them into a very easy PDF studyable format. Those are my gift to you. Those are free. Those are going to be in the files section of Canvas, and it'll have a variety of titles on it from schools I've taught to in the past. But those are what you need to study. And I'm going to talk about how you should study the exam later on in this video, okay? So let's get started. Let me talk to you a little bit about myself, okay? I started in real estate in 2002. In 2001, 9/11 happened. I was working at the airport. I worked for a very large logistics company who had 55 offices worldwide and about 5,500 employees. And within 6 months, that business was completely gone. I had to reinvent myself. And a friend of mine asked me, would you consider real estate? I think you'd be very good at it. I'm like, no, but if it gets me a paycheck here and there until I can find a new job somewhere, I'll do it, okay? At the time, I had just finished my associates at Long Beach City College, and I had actually been accepted to University of California, Irvine. My first dream and my dream still is to actually write books, which I'm actually doing right now. But because I lost my job, I had no money, and I had to do something. So I had to pass the real estate exam pretty much right away. And God love my old broker, James Utterbeck, may he rest in peace. He has trained so many great agents in Southern California. Just ask around and they'll tell you, oh yeah, that guy, okay? Well, I had him as a mentor, as a teacher, and as a broker, and he was an awesome dude. And to be honest with you, he basically said, look, study the exams and don't do anything else. Screw the books, they're not important. Study the exams because you want to be ready for those questions, because the questions are not easy. They're not. Okay, fine. So I studied the exam. I sat in a coffee shop for 3 hours, 3 days a week with 3 exams, just like they tell you to do, and studied each exam for an hour and took the exam 3 times each. And when I took that exam, I was in and out of there in 60 minutes and passed with flying colors. I only got 1 wrong. So you're learning from the person who really can drive it home to you, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, because you have a real estate license, you have a variety of different types of jobs that you can go into. Uh-oh, my light! Ah! Hold on, what happened here? It died. Oh well, let me keep going. I think there's ghost tears at UCLA, by the way. Anyway, when you get your real estate license, there's a variety of jobs you can go into, and we're going to talk about them. Obviously, being in real estate, you can do it part-time if you really wanted to. I had to go full-time because I had no other job. There were no jobs in the logistics or airline industry after 9/11. And I made really good money right off the bat. I've won a lot of different awards and things like that. And what I decided to do is I was requested to actually teach a class on building a real estate business. And sure, no problem. And I did it for the brokerage I was at, which was Century 21 Action back in the day. And after the class was over, it was just a 1-day class, and they're like, holy crap, you should teach this everywhere, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. But the thing is a lot of them, they wanted more than just the associates. So I went out and did my bachelor's degree very, very quickly. And I got really active on campus. And when I was doing that, I got asked by another company to come in and start a real estate school, nationwide real estate schools. And they still use all my material as of today, okay? So I started that school from scratch. And when I started teaching, the very first class was only 6 people. When I left 3 years later, there were 1,600 students, 6 offices that I was teaching 6 3-hour classes 6 times a week at 6 different locations. 666, you could tell what my hell of life was. So you're learning from someone who's done this on a big scale, on a very big scale. Once I started doing that, I was still selling real estate on the side, and I got asked, you really should teach us on a community college level. I'm like, oh, okay. So I wanted to do a community college, but I thought, I could probably do better if I just got a master's. So I went out and got my master's in real estate from Columbia. And this was right after going to Cal State Dominguez down the street here in Carson. The thing about it is I got my master's in real estate, I put that on my resume, updated LinkedIn, and almost right away, universities started hitting me up because I'm kind of a unique thing. I'm not an academic. I'm not teaching this to the exam. I'm teaching this for you to be successful. And I'm embarking on a journey with you to help you not just pass the exam and learn the principles of real estate, but actually learn how to develop a professional career in real estate and give you real life examples of why this is important and why you need to pay attention to this. Not just that, oh, this is on the exam. Oh, and this is on the exam. Oh yeah, this is on, and there's no explanation. I don't want to put you to sleep. And as you can probably see right now, I'm a pretty animated guy. One of the biggest reasons why universities are hitting me up and asking me to come in and teach classes is because the word gets out. So I teach here at UCLA Extension. I teach real estate, land economics, and development, where we talk about investment property and how to build investment property and a project from scratch as a group project. I also teach this real estate principles class here at UCLA Extension. At Cal State University, Los Angeles, which is on the other side of town, near downtown, just east of downtown LA, I teach real estate investment and finance, how to buy and invest in real estate properties, both as an individual or at working with clients who are looking at big apartment buildings or big developments. The other class I teach over there is real estate practice. And I'm well known for really driving it home